Greetings, family. It's Empress D. I'm in nature. I'm by the water. Sorry, guys. I'm by the sunshine. I'm just chilling, family. Such a wonderful evening. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are getting out in nature. I hope you are, because especially if you live in a climate like mine, these days are numbered, family. Okay? So I hope you're getting out in nature. I hope you are improving yourselves every day, gaining control of your life every day, and creating your reality. Okay? That's what I hope for you, family. So today we are going to go back and speak about the chakras. Okay, family? Now, last summer, we went over each chakra. Okay? And I think we're going to do it again, right? And I think I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with each chakra. And the reason why I'm going to go over them again, because I'm going to encourage those who want to, right? Of course, this is all for those that resonate with this type of work. If you want to look at how we can improve areas of our lives, we can make the work easier by dividing the areas of our life into the chakra systems, okay? So I'm going to briefly go over the 7 chakras that we speak about most frequently. Apparently there are more, but again, I'm relatively novice in this, right? I've only been really studying it in depth for maybe about 2 years, right? So I am going to share with you my novice overstanding of the chakra system. Of course, we all have the ability. We live in the information age. We can all search and study and research and dive into anything that interests us, right? And that's the whole point. And so let's talk about the chakras. We start at the root, which is represented by color red. We go to next the Sacral Chakra, which is represented by the color orange. After that is the solar plexus, represented by yellow. The heart chakra, represented by green. Throat chakra, represented by blue. The third eye chakra, represented by the color indigo. And then the crown chakra, represented by purple. Okay? So, family, those are the chakras in a nutshell, okay? Now, I didn't speak about where they're located or what their function is, but I will do that individually with each chakra, okay? Today, we're going to speak about the root, right? We're going to start from the beginning, the root chakra. And the chakras are kind of like building blocks. If that first one is blocked or it's unbalanced, it's going to be very difficult to build upon that, right? It's going to be difficult for that sacral and that solar plexus to be patent and balanced because that root is not, okay? So the root chakra, what is it responsible for? The root chakra, red. Responsible for our life circumstances in terms of our financial stability, our home security, our food security, our ability to have what we need to be comfortable, right, and to thrive, right, to have adequate home with that's comfortable, right, with enough clothing and food, right. It's basically about securing resources and having the things that we need in order to survive in society, right? When you look at spirituality does not often focus and look at finances and money, right? Most of the so-called spiritual community is supposed to be broke, right? And if you have money, then there's something wrong with you, right? And that shouldn't be the case, family, because when you think about it, in order to have a nice balanced root chakra, you need to have a certain amount of money. The unfortunate fact is, and it shouldn't be this way, but the reality is that right now, where we're living in these societies, you need to have money. You need to have money. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to be comfortable, okay? You have to. A lot of people like to think that money is not real, or money is fiat. It's non-existent, and we shouldn't even need it. And we are not supposed to have to pay for anything. We are the most intelligent on this planet, yet we're the only ones that have to pay to live and eat, right? The reality is there's enough resources on this planet for all of us to live beautifully. And that's the fact. That's hands down. There's enough land for each of us to have acres and enough resources to sustain ourselves. It's very doable. But the reality is that's not how things run. Not the way things are going now on the planet, right? And so for those that say, well, you don't need money and it's fake and shouldn't be worried about it. I don't know that is the way to go. Because if you don't have money, then you're going to have to depend on somebody else to clothe you and house you and feed you. And then that is not creating your reality, right? And the whole point is to be self-sustaining, right? And to be able to take care of ourselves. To not be able to take care of yourself and having to depend on somebody else to take care of you is burdensome, right? To that other person. The other person might be glad to do it and not complain, but it shouldn't be, because you've been given free will by the Creator, and in that have the ability to care for yourself, right? And so when it comes to that root chakra being unbalanced, we find people not having home security, right? Always worrying about how they're going to be paying their housing costs, right? They don't have enough money. They can't buy the things they like. That's where those are evidence. Those are indications of a root or chakra being unbalanced, right? Making money is part of the lessons that you have to learn on this planet. I firmly believe it. The key is doing it in such a way where you're creating balance. Balance in terms of the time you're spending in that work, earning that money, and the time that you have for yourself and your family. It's not getting caught up in just being focused only on making money. There's so many lessons in balancing that root chakra, right? Because we have people who's multi-millionaires, right? Or even billionaires, and they're miserable, right? Don't we have that purse lady, that lady that created the purse, Kate Spade, right? She had all the money in the world, but she chose to take her life, right? So money is not everything. You can make all the money in the world and still have unbalanced chakras, right? And that's why there's different chakras to balance. Family, I have a bee on my hand and I've learned to be so cool with them. Now it's flown away. I don't flinch anymore, family. I'm doing good, I have to say. So part of the challenge of being on Earth, part of balancing that root chakra, is earning enough money to be comfortable and doing it in an integral way where you do not compromise your integrity, and where you're also making sure that you're not losing yourself in that employment. Ways to unblock our root chakra. How do we do it, family? We have to realize that so many of us, especially with the root chakra, and when you think about the word root, it makes so much sense. It goes back to our childhood. So many of our thoughts about money and earning and all that come from our root, our upbringing, right? A lot of us think that the money, or have heard growing up that money is the root of all evil, okay? We've been taught, especially as melanated folks, to have a really weird relationship with money. And so when you think about it, a lot of us have damage and trauma and programs associated with our thoughts of money, right? And we don't recognize that those imbalances can lead to a blocked or imbalanced root chakra, right? So to unbalance it, we got to go back way back, okay? We got to look at our childhood and see what our childhood was like in terms of money, in terms of security, in terms of food security, and housing security, and how safe did we feel, and like, go back, because you would be surprised on how blocking out or not addressing or not feeling some of those emotions that were triggered in childhood that were not so good surrounding money, we would be surprised. I shouldn't say good. There's no good or bad. It's serving, self-serving, or serving you. The ideas that I can only speak for myself, but I can only imagine that many people are in my boat. The ideas that I grew up with surrounding money, I had to get rid of all of them and reprogram my mind surrounding money. And in me doing that, I've found that my relationship with money has improved tenfold. I'm speaking about how to unblock the root chakra. Go way back, family. Go back to your childhood. Explore how you felt about security in childhood. And it may cause some discomfort. It may cause some unpleasant memories. But avoiding those keeps them affecting you adversely, okay? The longer we push down those emotions that we don't want to feel, and we suppress them, the more they interfere with our everyday lives, right? And block us from achieving the things we want to achieve, right? So that would be my advice on how to unblock that root chakra. I would also suggest, they say that anything red will help. So wearing red, eating red fruits and vegetables, right? But that's what's up. That's the root chakra, family. Now, when I speak about spiritual evolution, many people want to exclude that money part. But what I realize is we keep coming back to this planet, until we figure out all aspects, right? And when I say aspects, that's what I mean by the chakras. I was thinking that what a perfect way of separating different areas of life that we can focus on to make sure that we are functioning at our best in order to be the best us as possible. And the chakra system is a beautiful way to categorize that, right, family? So I hope I wasn't too long-winded today. So again, the chakra system, we're starting with the root, okay? Let's unblock our root chakras. Let's balance them, family, okay? Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, family. I really love and I value each and every one of you. Get out in nature. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Real talk, right? Because if you're not doing it now, I don't know when you will, okay? Love y'all. One love.